Hey, greetings to the body of the people. This is a man called Chris Dorsey, the Virginia Militia. I wasn't going to make a video about this subject, but since Leon Panetta, who says that the United Nations and NATO are the entities which control the United States Department of Defense while he was in a Senate subcommittee hearing, questioned by the now Attorney General of the United States, who's also a flaming homosexual, Jeff Sessions. I mean, most of these guys are either child rapists or like flaming homosexuals, or both, and mostly they're both. So we know that Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump are compromised in the same Mossad-run child prostitution ring. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Rupert Murdoch, etc., etc. Ehud Baruch, that 9/11 was a key contributing factor to the absolute overthrow of the government by what the Soviet Communist Jewish Catholic Jesuit international entity that controls all nations of the world. You see, anybody who's been listening to us over the past years, going back to 2010, when we started exposing the fact that the Bank for International Settlements controls Russia, China, and the United States and their militaries. Now, what you're seeing here is just a misdirection. You know, already GRU and FSB agents have been illegally smuggled into the United States, meeting in CIA headquarters with the heads of the CIA and the State Department and the FBI, etc., etc., etc. So the DNI and the FSB, the Director of National Intelligence in the United States, and the FSB Director in Russia, there's absolutely no difference. They're compromised or just, in fact, devotees of all sorts of illegal buggery that can be imagined, and these guys pretend like it's some sort of big surprise when Donald Trump sides with the Russians, when Chabad Lubavitch, the Chabad Lubavitch mob, Felix Sater, Lev Leviev, Roman Abramovich, Mikhail Friedman, Simeon Migalovich, etc., etc., Oleg Deripaska, and at the top, who is it? Rothschild. So we're supposed to act surprised? This is the unveiling. This is the unveiling, and they even have to couch the unveiling in myth. In myth that the Russian and the United States governments have always been the same. They've always been the same. Look who runs Google. Larry Page and Sergey Brin. Who are their parents? Russian military intelligence agents. And then they became NASA agents because the cosmonaut program and NASA are the exact same entity. How do I know this? Well, I knew it for a long time, but it was verified to me by Lieutenant Colonel Robert Bowman, who's the godfather of the Star Wars program and weaponizing space for the United States government. And we've been telling everyone on international television by the millions and millions ever since. And they have to obfuscate this by putting out all this misinformation. We've been saying this forever. It's all treason. All government agents are guilty of treason. Ash Carter, definitely guilty of treason. Treason, treason, treason. For them all. Treason for every government official. This is Chris Dorsey, the Virginia Militia. Peace and God bless.